Hey gang, so today we're looking at something I got in a trade, and I have to say this is something that I wasn't really sure if I would like or not, but a lot of people seem to love it, so I thought I would give it a shot. It's the TopB Skeleton by Metal Toys in stainless steel. So I'm not going to tell you yet what I think about it. We're going to take it apart, we're going to have a look at it, we're going to go through all the same steps we always go through, but I think you'll get a pretty good idea as soon as I start talking about it. It's the TopB Skeleton. Let's go. Okay, let's look at the TopB. Now, this is one of those sliders that I see a lot of people love, and they talk about it, and they say it's great. I gotta say, guys, I don't get it. It's not something I like. It's not something I use. I was in the middle of a trade, and somebody said, "Hey, if you haven't tried this, you should really give it a shot." And I did. I'm giving it a shot, but I just don't get it. So let's get right into it. Playability. Well, this is my biggest complaint with it. It's very short, the track, like there's not a lot of sliding. I don't find it smooth to play with either. And I have tried multiple times to get this tuned up to a way that maybe I like. Sometimes I'm thinking, oh, do I have the screws too tight? Do I have them too loose? I don't get it. I cannot get this thing to feel smooth. And I can't imagine that people love this as much as they do without it feeling smooth. Because right now, it just feels rough to me. So again, the playability is just this very short back and forth. And sometimes short is fine if it's satisfying. I have tiny little sliders that are just a single click and they're great. This, I don't get it. Okay, sound. Well, again, sound. Sound really comes down to how this is configured and what you've got going on in here. So this is the current setup. I just find it sounds rough. And again, maybe that's how I have it set up. We'll find out. We'll have a look at it. But it's not a clean sound to me. It's not a clean feeling. It's not a clean sound. So I don't know. Haptics, again, it's there, but it's a little rough. So even now, this is the other thing. If you see what's happened, it gets loose so fast. And in fact, just to be able to finish this part of the review, I'm going to tighten these up again. But it's not a good feeling. I don't think it's, I don't know. There's just something about this that's got kind of rough. So it just doesn't feel good to me. It's not a clean snap. And I think maybe part of it is just with this constant loosening. These screws go loose on me all the time. Yeah, haptics are okay. It's got an okay feel to it, but it's not clean. It's not defined. It's very sort of muddy. Ergonomics. That is one thing where this really does shine, is this is a great little shape. I love, so it's indented and we have all these extra little skeleton holes in here. So tons of grip, which I really like because it's a very shiny finish and could be very slippery without these extra little holes in here. So that part, really well done. I love the feel of it. I love the weight of it is a really nice weight for the size. And I love this little subtle indent for your thumb. And of course, 0 sharp corners, which is great. Considering there are this many holes in here, this was a really nice achievement coming out of this without any sharp corners at all. Okay, let's look at the weight. In grams, we've got 42, so it's very, very light. and 1.5 ounces. So this is certainly a small, light mechanical slider. Well, slider, fidget, you know what I mean. And let's see the measurements on this. Again, very, very small. So in millimeters, we've got 45 millimeters long, width about 20, thickness about 12. Now, if we switch that over to inches, oh, wait, let's go to inches. So in inches, we are looking at 1.7, we'll call it well, let's see. Yeah, 1.8 inches long and 0.8 wide and thick, 0.5. Okay, internals. Here's the big part. Now let's open this up and see what we're dealing with. Now, I will tell you one thing that always worries me is when a fidget ships with Loctite. It just tells me right away that they are aware that the screws do not stay in place and that there is a problem. And so I would much rather find the solution to the problem rather than give us something that can temporarily correct the problem. Because of course, at the same time, if you use blue Loctite, you can't open it back up easily. You can break the Loctite, but it's not as simple like jump in and out. The other thing is I cannot understand what this is for. So I'm really hoping someone can tell me, because whenever I put this on somewhere, it just kind of locks up. So you'll see what I mean in a second. Okay, so let's take these plates off. Now we can see here the other side, this plate doesn't come off right away. So what we have to do is go in here. And with those, we can just lift this right off. Actually, let's just do it this way. And so we have our track. And we have this little, basically kind of a lock bar. It locks this bar down. And so right now, I only have 2 balls working. And I know you can go up to 4, and I cannot imagine running this thing at 4 because it barely works, I find, barely works well with 2. Again, this is my opinion. I know that there are a lot of people out there who love this. So I'm just saying this isn't for me. I'm not having a good experience with this. I would love to hear in the comments from people who are. This piece, I don't understand. If I pop this on here, which clearly the cutout shape allows me to do, and then I have my sort of piece locked in on here. Get this out. The issue is, as soon as I put this down, because I thought, oh, maybe this is like their version of slide tape. You know, maybe that's what I'm missing, is this little kind of plastic spacer. But the minute I put this down, these aren't even tight. Like, not even close to tight. So I can see that this, you know, if I pop this on, so this works with the spacer in it, but there's such a tolerance here for what am I trying to say? Like there's such a hair of, like, if you turn this just the slightest bit too much, now there's too much pressure and this will barely slide. And so what I find is, you know, it's just the design of this that, I don't know. I'm not having a great time with it. And again, maybe this always has to be down here. Maybe which would make sense. But then these screws immediately come loose. So then it's a ton of Loctite. And I don't know. It's just, it's not something that I've been enjoying because, again, it's just, the way it's very, very finicky, I find. Like here, we put this back up. So if this does have to be in there as a spacer, then, you know, I can understand that. But at the same time, a lot of these sort of sliders work with and without this sort of slide spacer in here. And the minute I tighten this down at all to the point where the screws are secure, this barely moves. Like I can't even move it, and the screws are barely in, like they're not even tight at all. They're just kind of there. So this is one of those, I don't know, I guess it needs to be tuned. There's probably settings that I don't have this dialed in for, but it really does tell me that it's a finicky slider and needs to be done a specific way. Now, again, feel free, please let me know in the comments if I've got this wrong. If you love this, tell me why you love it and tell me what I am doing wrong, because I can't get this thing to sort of, I can't get this tuned up in a way that I'm actually enjoying it. Okay, gang, final thoughts. Well, I think you know what my final thoughts are. This is an absolute pass for me. And again, maybe this is user error. Maybe I do not have this set up properly. I don't know. I've been around fidgets for a while. I can open them up. I tune them fairly comfortably, and I can usually get a sense of what it takes to make something good or bad, or when I've made a mistake. But this one just kind of throws me. So let me know. Tell me what you like about it. Tell me what I've done wrong in my setup. How can I make this better? Because right now it's not even close to something that I would enjoy using. All right, gang. Thanks for watching.